The storm of Vaibhav, Tilak, and Prabhsimran arrived against Sri Lanka A, smashing 500 runs in an ODI and creating history. Yes, friends, today the third and most important match of the Tri-Nation series was played between India A and Sri Lanka A, and this match crossed all limits of thrill. Where first we got to see the storm of India's destructive batsmen, then the Indian bowlers also once again destroyed Sri Lanka A with their fire-spitting bowling. So in this video, we will tell you the goosebumps-inducing full highlights of the third ODI between India and Sri Lanka A. Make sure to watch this video till the end. But before that, if you are also a big fan of Team India, then do like this video. Friends, as you all know, a Tri-Nation series is being played between India A, Zimbabwe A, and Afghanistan A. Its third match started today at the Dambulla International Cricket Stadium in Sri Lanka. When the coin was tossed on the Dambulla ground today, and India A captain Tilak Varma decided to bat first without any hesitation, the Sri Lanka A players sitting in the dressing room probably had no idea that today 3 Indian batsmen together were going to bring such a storm that would be remembered for years. India A's 2 openers, young sensation Vaibhav Suryavanshi and the experienced Prabhsimran Singh, stepped onto the crease. Chamika Gunasekara brought the first over from Sri Lanka A's side. Prabhsimran took a single on the very first ball to give Vaibhav the strike, and then the storm of boundaries began. On the second ball, Vaibhav hit a boundary over point, a brilliant pull shot on the next ball, and then a cover drive. His intentions were looking clear right from the start. Garuka Sanket came to bowl the second over, and from here the troubles for Sri Lanka A began to increase. Vaibhav hit a boundary on the first ball, another on the second, and then smashed a long maximum on the fourth ball. But on the other side, Prabhsimran Singh was not lagging behind either. He hit 3 consecutive boundaries in Chamika Gunasekara's next over, showing that he was also in a big mood today. By the end of the power play, India A had scored 130 runs without losing a wicket. Vaibhav's bat was spitting fire, while Prabhsimran was also gathering runs quickly. Sri Lanka A captain Sahan Arachage was continuously changing bowlers, sometimes spin, sometimes fast bowlers, but every plan was proving a failure against both batsmen. Vanuja Sahan came to bowl the 7th over. Vaibhav hit a boundary and another boundary in his over, taking his score to 95 runs. Now the entire ground was waiting for just one thing, a century. Then came that historic moment. On the 4th ball of the 8th over, Vaibhav Suryavanshi hit such a massive hit over long on that the ball landed straight into the stands. With this, he completed his century in just 28 balls. The entire Dambulla Stadium stood up. The Indian players stood in the balcony of the dressing room and started clapping. But even after completing the century, Vaibhav's bat did not quiet down. He played sweep shots against the spinners by getting down on his knees and replied to the fast bowlers with pull and hook shots. On the other end, Prabhsimran Singh had also completed his half-century. A 250-run partnership had been established between both batsmen for the first wicket. By the 15th over, India A's score had crossed 300 runs. Vaibhav was now reaching close to 150 runs, while Prabhsimran Singh was also very close to his century. Just then, Sri Lanka A got their first success. In an attempt to play a big shot, Vaibhav Suryavanshi was caught out at deep mid-wicket, but by then he had completely turned the match in India's favor. Vaibhav Suryavanshi played a storming innings of 151 runs in just 78 balls. His brilliant innings included 14 fours and 12 sky-high maximums. When he returned to the pavilion, the entire stadium stood up to applaud him. After Vaibhav got out, captain Tilak Varma came to the field. The Sri Lanka A players thought the run rate would slow down, but Tilak smashed all their dreams as soon as he arrived. He hit a brilliant boundary on the very first ball. After this, he started hitting cover drives against the spinners and beautiful big hits over long on. On the other end, Prabhsimran Singh was also scoring runs continuously. Playing brilliantly, he completed his century. As soon as he completed 100 runs by hitting a boundary, the entire dressing room echoed with applause. Prabhsimran showed not just power but class today. He hit shots in every corner of the ground and left the Sri Lanka A bowlers completely helpless. Although he got out a short while after completing his century, but he had done his job by then. Prabhsimran Singh played a brilliant innings of 111 runs, which included 12 fours and 5 maximums. Now all the responsibility was on the shoulders of captain Tilak Varma, and he handled this responsibility beautifully. He gathered runs quickly along with Rituraj Gaikwad. Tilak's bat was not showing any signs of stopping, sometimes a cover drive, sometimes a pull shot, and sometimes straight over the bowler's head. The spectators were thoroughly enjoying his batting. In the last 10 overs, Tilak brought an absolute storm. He also completed his century by hitting continuous boundaries. This century was very special for him because he was leading the team towards a massive score as a captain. The reign of boundaries continued till the last over. Ayush Badoni and Rituraj Gaikwad also gathered runs quickly, but the entire show belonged to Tilak. The captain played an unbeaten innings of 136 runs in just 92 balls. His brilliant innings included 15 fours and 7 maximums. At the end of the designated 50 overs, India A set a mountain-like score of 512 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Thanks to Vaibhav Suryavanshi's 151 runs, Prabhsimran Singh's 111 runs, and captain Tilak Varma's unbeaten 136 runs, India A completely ripped apart the Sri Lanka A bowlers. On that day, not just runs were scored on the Dambulla ground, but the Indian batsmen created a storm that cricket lovers will probably remember for years. Chasing a massive target of 513 runs, Sri Lanka A team knew that winning this match was almost impossible. But cricket is a game of uncertainties, and with this hope, openers Nipun Dhananjaya, Nuwanadu Fernando, and Lahiru Udara stepped onto the field. From India A's side, the new ball was in the hands of Anshul Kamboj and Yash Thakur. Both bowlers were bowling on a good line and length initially, but Nuwanadu Fernando showed aggressive intent right from the start. He hit 2 consecutive brilliant boundaries in Anshul Kamboj's first over. On the other side, Lahiru Udara was not behind either and gathered a maximum by playing a brilliant pull shot on Yash Thakur's ball. In the first 5 overs, India A had scored 60 runs without losing a wicket. It looked like both batsmen were under no pressure. Nuwanadu gathered plenty of runs with cover drives and cut shots, while Lahiru continuously played big shots over mid-wicket. Indian captain Tilak Varma started looking a bit concerned because Sri Lanka A's start was much better than expected. By the 10th over, Sri Lanka A's score was 120 runs without loss. Lahiru completed his half-century in just 40 balls, while Nuwanadu was batting brilliantly on 59 runs. At one point, it felt like Sri Lanka A could make this match exciting. But just then, captain Tilak Varma handed the ball to Nishant Sindhu, and the course of the match changed from here. Nishant deceived Lahiru Udara in his first over. In an attempt to play a big shot, he lofted the ball into the air, and Prabhsimran Singh, standing at deep square leg, took a brilliant catch. Sri Lanka A had suffered their first blow. Now captain Sahan Arachage came to the field for batting. He adopted an aggressive style right from the start and started scoring runs quickly along with Nuwanadu. Both batsmen took the score past 150 runs with the help of boundaries and maximums. On the other side, the Indian bowlers had now found their rhythm. Arshad Khan started troubling the batsmen with his fast deliveries. He clean bowled Nuwanadu Fernando with a brilliant in-swinger. Nuwanadu returned to the pavilion after scoring a brilliant 76 runs. Sri Lanka A had suffered their second big blow. However, captain Sahan Arachage was still holding the fort. He continued his brilliant batting and completed his half-century with the help of boundaries. On the other side, Niroshan Dickwella came to bat and started scoring runs quickly as soon as he arrived. Both batsmen formed a brilliant partnership for the third wicket and took the score past 250 runs. Now it started to feel like Sri Lanka A would definitely lose, but they could take the match to the final over. Just then, Yash Thakur gave a big breakthrough to India A. He bowled a short ball, on which Sahan Arachage, in an attempt to play a pull shot, lofted the ball into the air, and Vaibhav Suryavanshi, running backwards from deep mid-wicket, caught a brilliant catch. Sahan Arachage returned to the pavilion after scoring 86 runs. As soon as he got out, Sri Lanka A's hopes suffered a massive blow. After this, Niroshan Dickwella certainly fought hard. He hit continuous boundaries and completed his half-century as well, but wickets kept falling from the other end. Vanuja Sahan, Vihan Halambage, became a victim of Nishant Sindhu after scoring just 14 runs, while Chamika Gunasekara was clean bowled by Anshul Kamboj. Now the required run rate was continuously increasing. In the last 10 overs, Sri Lanka A needed more than 180 runs to win. Under pressure, the batsmen started playing big shots, and right here, the Indian bowlers took complete control over the match. Anshul Kamboj first dismissed Vanuja Sahan and then removed Dulaj Samudikya.